want you to have your band handy. We'll just start with our shoulder rolls. Goodness gracious. Bend those elbows. Take a little rock side to side as you do that. Squeeze to open, open and squeeze, one arm at a time. And then we're going to grab that band. We're going to go ahead and fold it in half and bring it out in front of you and up a little. And as you step touch, you're going to pull out and down. So it's not a big range of motion, or you can slow it down and just do it on one side or slow your legs. You decide which thing you want to do. But you're pulling back and down, opening up those lats or using those lats, opening that chest. Good, relax that for a moment, roll those shoulders. We're going to take 2 steps to the left in 4, 3, 2 steps left. And then when you're ready, bring those arms back up again. This time they're going to be straight out in front of you. And you're just going to do a little rowing motion. Again, engaging those posture muscles, shoulder blade area. And we're going to stay here, relax those arms, go from your step touch to your step point. And then we're going to bring those arms way up above our head and add a knee lift and a pull down. And then up and over you go. Trying to keep a little tension on the band so it's not slack like that. Just for a little bonus. And we'll stay on the left in double time in 4, 3, 2, here you go. Just 2 more. And step touch. Nice and loosey-goosey with that band. And then bring them up. We're going to take 2 steps to the right in 4, 3, here you go. And again, elbows nice and high. Hands could be a little lower this time. So you're kind of combining that rowing with a little bit of an upright row. And we'll stay here this time. Woo, relax those shoulders. And we'll go into that step point, arms overhead. Add your knee lift and pull down. You can either pull straight down in front, or you can pull back and down back to those lats. And then we'll add that up and over. In a moment, we're going to stay on the right side and double time it. 4, 3, here you go. Just 2 more. Woo, step touch. Why don't you take that band and just let it drop around your neck, or you can put it over on your chair. Either way. And then big shoulders. And we'll settle it down to center. Bring your hands down onto those thighs, flat back, shoulders out of your ears. Pull the belly button in, round through that low back, and then extend. So cat and cow, supported position here. And then drop over to the right, and same thing, cat cow to that side. And other way. And back to center, abs in. Woo, big deep breath in. All right, let's take that band. We're gonna put it across that left foot and into our right hand. Bend that right knee, give me a big lunge, and give me a challenging bicep curl here. So a lot of tension on that. Beautiful. Now let that arm go down and just relax it against your other, here against your leg. Turn the left toes in a little bit and lift up till you feel that booty. It's not straight back or straight back there. It's kind of split the difference. And then when you're ready, you can add that bicep curl with that leg lift. You're going to hold this last one up, pause for a moment, and give me a little pulse with both. And relax. Just move that band into your left hand. Grab your chair, you might need it for balance. And this time that right leg is going, sorry, yeah, no, left leg, sorry, is back behind you. Arm is straight, so a couple of anterior lifts as it comes forward. And then when you're ready, you're going to bend that knee and extend it as the arm comes forward. Or you can hold your arm there. You're still going to get some work there. So now we got booty, left or right leg is bent, head in line with your spine as much as possible. And relax. Woo! You're going to keep that band in your left hand, but move the bottom of it to your right foot. So let your right foot go through that loop now. And you may want to move your chair to the other side if you used it for balance. We'll start without it. Leg extends, little bicep curl on that left arm. Make sure you have enough tension, you really feel that. And then that leg with the arms straight goes out in that angle, on that angle. And when you're ready, you can put the two together. Good. Last time, we're going to lift it up. We're going to hold everything. We're going to get a little pulse. Little both ends. Beautiful. Keep that over the foot. Move it into your right hand. Left knee bends. Right leg is back. We'll start with just that anterior movement. That thumb just presses forward. And then you can add a bent knee and a kick back. Bent knee, kick back. You can put those two things together. Arm goes forward as the leg goes back. Two more. And relax that. Woo, beautiful. All right, we're going to take that band around our thighs. We're going to come down in a very, very wide plie. So just start, bring your arms out so that when you sit down, you feel just a little bit of love here happening behind you. Choke up a little if you need to. And then start lifting your arms up as you sit down. Thumbs towards the sky. And if you want more, woo, you crisscross in the front. 2 more, and then we're gonna stay at the bottom. Keep your arms, oops, stay at the bottom, keep your arms up, keep that band across, hopefully. And then press your thighs open, thighs open, thighs open. If that's not happening, go back here. Press, 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 press. And relax. Sorry about that one. All right, shake that all out for a moment. We're gonna go right back down to that same position in that plie without the band across our thighs this time. But instead, that band is going to once again be folded in half. Wide plie. Just get your plie going. Maybe add that heel raise. So you get a little calf work. Arms out in front, pull back, rowing motion, bring them down, lift them up, pull them back. Bring them down, lift them up, really pull back. Almost there. Let's stay down this time, lift the heels, bring the arms in front, and you're just going straight out, straight out, straight out. Up on those toes, working that balance a little, almost there. Oh, and relax. Left arm down the left side, give a little love. Bring it to center and to the other side. Then bring it down and give it a drop down and let your ear go the other way. Shake it out. Right arm to the right side and center and far away. Bring it down and around. Pull it down. Tip the other way. Beautiful. All right, we're coming into a seated position. You want to make sure that you can sit nice and tall on that chair. So you want to be a little bit toward the front. You're going to take that band across the bottom of the right foot, across the arch so that you feel safe. And bring it into your right hand. And for now, your right hand is by your side, but have some tension. Lift that leg up and tighten up until you feel, when you straighten and bend, you feel that quad. And again, sitting as tall as you can. Hold the leg out there, give yourself some slack, press the arm down so you get some tricep. And then we put those two things together. Both extend, both bend. Almost there. 2 more. Try and get that arm nice and straight. I'm talking to myself. Woo, bring that down. And we'll scoot till that right hip drops off the side. You can let that leg drop behind you. Arm can go up and over, and we'll pull it behind so it gets a little tricep stretch. And then you can tip over and maybe even reach with the knuckles towards the sky and bring that up. All right, other side. So that band goes across your left foot. And into your left hand with a pretty good amount of tension for the first round, where you just bend and straighten, sitting up nice and tall. And then leave the leg there, create a little slack so you can bend and straighten the left arm. And then as you're ready, you put both together. Two more. And relax. All right, so again, we'll slide over so that left hip can drop off. Tuck it back behind you, left arm up, give it a bend, arch it over. And then bring that up. All right, chair can move out of the way. And we'll double up that band again. Feet are gonna be together. And we're gonna pull apart on that band as we lift up. And you come up on your tippy toes. So a little calf raise, a little bit of shoulder work. Two more. Hold it up here on your tippy toes, bend your elbows a little bit and press away, press away. If the balance is tough, you could alternate, right? Or you could put both heels down. This should be tricep work. Just four more. Last two and last one. Shake that out. Once again, both hands are going to go behind you this time. Take one hand over the other, crisscross, hold here, let those ribs drop, but press your head into your arms. Uncross and cross the other way. And then relax that, shake it all out. All right, we are heading down to the ground with our bands, please. So make your way down. We'll start in a seated position, give our heart rates a chance to come down a little bit. So pull those glutes out from under you. Band is still folded in half. And you're gonna have a fairly wide grip on it. Arms out front. Notice if you're rounded, sit as tall as you can. And then lift up, not all the way, but maybe halfway. Rotate toward me. Bring the front arm down and back to center. Toward me and down. Try and keep that back arm lifted so we stay elevated out of those vertebrae. We're not hinged or we're not rolled back or hinged. Beautiful. We're going the other way. So back arm rotates you to the back. Front arm stays lifted. And make your way down, lying down position, bring your band behind your hamstrings and give it a nice pull in, stretch out that low back, maybe take a little rock side to side. And then keep the band behind just your right hamstring, biceps up, knuckles facing the ceiling, deep breath in. On the exhale, lift yourself up, pull against that leg, but don't pull the leg in, press the leg away. And we're going to do a little pulse here, little pulse. Option to lift your left leg and give it a little pulse. And relax. Let's flip that so it's behind your left hamstring. Palms to the sky. And again, I press. As I pull with my arms, I press with my hamstring, and that right leg can add in a little extension. And relax. Ooh, arms out into a T position, relax that head. See if you could bend your elbows and push the elbows into the ground, and then the shoulders and the back of the head, tucking the chin very slightly. And then relax that, deep breath in, exhale, do that again. Shoulders press, elbows press, head presses, and relax, and we'll do that one more time. Head presses gently, elbows press, even knuckles press. And then relax, arms out in that T position, legs go into tabletop for a moment. Just a little rock side to side. Knees stay together. And then you can challenge yourself to see how far you can go and keep the toes where you can see them when you come back, and the knees together. And then next time you come to center, left foot goes on the ground. We're gonna lasso that right foot. Now, if you feel safe putting the band just across the back of the foot, that's fine. But a little bit safer is to wrap it across the top and then behind. And then that right hand will grab the band and we'll press the shoulder blade into the ground and lift. Press and lift, press and lift, press and lift, press it down, leave it there as you start your leg circles. Try and keep that shoulder engaged on the ground. Remember, you alternate your circle every time, starting with an inhale, finishing the circle with an exhale, and then go the other way. If you have the flexibility to stretch that left leg out on the ground, feel free. Remember, the hips don't move in this. And then we'll come back to center. You're gonna bend that right foot, bend the right knee, put it on the ground, lasso your left leg, either the safe way or just across the arch. Left arm towards that, pull your shoulder down, lift it up, pull your shoulder down, lift it up, pull down, lift up, pull down, leave it there, point your toes, start your tiny circles and make them bigger as you progress. Keep the shoulder on the ground. Remember to alternate, and you can bring that right leg out if you have that flexibility. And then next time you come up, we're going to see if we could just slip the right foot in with that left one. And I do suggest you lasso this time for safety. Hands are up, press the shoulder blades down, up and down, and then down, and you might just bend the elbows, and once again, press the elbows and the shoulders into the ground, point the toes, put your belly button in, abs are nice and flat, your legs lower forward, and exhale back up slowly. Inhale, point to lower, exhale, flex up slowly. Point to lower, and flex to lift. If that feels like too much for it's a long lever, you can go to toe touch with those knees bent. And then come up and let's choke up on the band. Lower your leg forward and let that lift yourself up. Balance here, maybe bring those elbows high. Roll just part of the way onto your belly button or the back of your belly button. What? Your low spine. And then come back up again. So you're rocking, but it's a very slow motion rock. You can do it with a lot of control. Next time you come up, stay there, find your balance, and then begin to lift your arms to help lift your legs. And then bend the knees, keep the feet on the ground, sit tall. And all we're going to do is we slide those legs out a little bit, feet apart. Make sure you're sitting tall. Maybe that little rowing motion. Remind ourselves of those beautiful posture muscles. And then bend and hinge yourself forward for a spine stretch, tall spine. And then gently unravel. We're going to do our clam. You guys know this one. The hardest part is getting into it correctly. So fold your band in half and take the folded part behind you so that your top hand ends up with the fold across it. And then you're going to grab the band very tightly, so it's around your thighs, but there's not much slack. Rest your head on your arm, pivot your toes open, and we press open in a clam. We're gonna keep that much tension, but press a little more. Hand stays on the ground. And then we're gonna flip the heels in the air, do the same thing, get your tension, and then open from there. A little more, a little more. And relax. Hopefully that top hip felt that. So as you spin over onto your spine, take that top hip, hug it in, and then cross that ankle over the other thigh, just a passive stretch here. And then you're rolling back over onto your first side, up into your side plank position. So same side we just did. Elbow underneath you, shoulder pushes back, lift up out of it, engage those lats. And then you're choosing whether you're on the sides of your thighs, top leg in front of the bottom, or stacked, or falling down. And then once you're up there, let's do a little rotation. And then open a little to the back. Rotate under and open a little bit to the back. And then you get to come down. We're going to head over to the other side. So we'll start with that clam. Remember, the folded part goes underneath you. Grab it, reach around. Hands are going to stay down, and you've got lots of tension on that band already. Toes apart, heels together, press open and fold, and a little further, and a little further. And then heels in the air. Here we go again. And relax. And then we'll hug that knee in. As you pivot over onto your spine, you can stretch that ankle across. And hug it in. And come on up on that same side. Feel free to fold your mat if you want a little extra cushioning for your elbow. Shoulders pressed back, nice and open. And again, you're either on the sides of your thighs or top leg in front of the bottom or stacked. And then we'll open a little to the back, come forward and rotate underneath. Open a little, come forward, rotate. And this time as you come down, you're going to flip over onto your abs and bring that band across your tailbone. Just single, it doesn't need to be doubled anymore. All right, so palms are facing the ceiling and my thumbs are only a couple inches apart. Lift one leg, stretch it long, other leg, lift the kneecaps, press the toes into the ground, press the pubic bone into the ground. And first thing you want to do is squeeze the shoulder blades together, then lengthen the arms down, and then tiny little lift of the upper body, hold, press out if you want, and gently down. Deep breath in, belly button lifts, kneecaps lift, toes press, pubic bone presses, slight little lift here. And then this time, separate your hands a little further. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, stretch, and again, pressing out as you come up and back down. Deep breath in to prepare. Lift kneecaps, belly button, press pubic bone toes. Stretch, reach, lift, and down. Stretch, reach, lift, holding at the top, Exhaling down, inhaling to prepare, lifting, stretching, reaching on the exhale, stretch, reach, inhale, and just two more. And then bring that band up towards your armpit, widen your knees, windshield wiper side to side. And then from there, just go ahead and reach around so that you're holding on to that band. Your pinkies are on the ground. The band is between your thumb and index finger, and you should see that band is kind of thinned out. You have some pressure there. Nod your head yes. Bring your head in line with your spine. Push gently against that band, and then lift the belly button and the hips so you're in pre-plank. Release that press, press again. So it might look like I'm coming forward and back, but I really want you just really pressing the shoulders against the band and keeping the pinkies on the ground. Option 2, roll onto the tops of your thighs and press. And option 3, tuck those toes and press and lift. And relax. This time we'll push all the way back in our resting position. Oh, let your hips sit back on your heels. If you want to make a little fist, please feel free. And then let's undulate to our turkey cat. And then from there, we're going to go ahead. We're going to come back around. We're going to lasso our feet again by taking that band across the tops of the feet and then around behind each arch. So it comes through, and then feet on the ground, biceps towards the sky, palms up, and just lower yourself down with control. It might be a halfway lower, just a little roll down. You could lower all the way and come up all the way. You could lower all the way and come up halfway, right? So lots of options here. If you choose that halfway up, you could come halfway up and then see if you could extend your arms out a little bit. You have plenty of options. So you are feeling free to stay with that option. If you want the next option, legs go up in the air, double leg lower, just like we did before. Hey, it's not so bad, huh? And then next option. So either you stay down or you're going to lower those legs out on an angle. You want them pretty far away, and then you want to choke up on that band, climb yourself up as much as you can, and then use your abs and your biceps to lift up. And there you are. And then you can do that again. You're trying to lower without moving your legs and lift, keeping your legs where they are. And then finally, you know what's coming. You could do both. So you could lower your legs and your torso and then lift them both up in your teaser position. Again, you have options to stay down here, lift part way. You have options to be here, lower part way. You have options to lower the legs. Woo, you can do the whole thing. And next time you come up, wherever you are, let's just stay and hold for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And untangle. All right. So when we have these bands, we can get some extra bonus love for our stretch. So put your foot parallel with the band and then into your right foot, sorry. And then grab the front of the band until your toes pull back, and then grab the back of the band. So you're already getting a nice stretch on that calf. Then let's push the shoulder blade down, push the ball of the foot to the sky, and then the toes. Then toes come back, and the ball of the foot comes back, and the heel presses up. Then we'll turn the toes in and do that same thing, ball of the foot and toes, and then toes, ball of the foot, and then we pivot open the other way, ball of the foot and toes. And then we're just gonna slide that arm down so there's a little slack and leg opens to the right. Reach over with your left hand, bring that back to center. Let it go a little to the left. And then it comes to center, we're gonna bend the knee in, and once more, we'll choke up on that band till that really holds everything in place. Left leg can slide out, push through the ball of the foot and the toe, back through the toe, ball of the foot, heel, and then press the heel to the sky without moving your hands, deepening that hamstring stretch. And then we'll slide it out. We're gonna use our hands to create a big old circle in both directions, and then slowly lower that down with control. Oh, that right side should feel significantly better. So we'll even up. So left foot goes in the band. And we're gonna pull back and choke up on the front of those left toes with the left hand. And then shoulder down, push the ball of the foot up and the toes up. And then pull them back, toes back, ball of the foot back, heel up. And we'll turn them in, pigeon-toed, pressing up with the ball of the foot and the toes, back with the toes and the ball of the foot, and then we go the other way. Ooh, ball of the foot and toes, and then toes, ball of the foot, heel. Slide that down so your elbow can rest on the ground, like getting a passive inner thigh and hamstring stretch. And bring that right arm up and over, slide the right leg out, turn the left toes in, over to the right. And then back to center, we'll bend that knee in, we'll choke up on that band to really get that stretch. Push through the ball of the foot and the toe, and then back the other way. And then straightening that leg however much is possible, may not be much right now. And then with control, we'll just trace a big circle in one direction. And then the other. And then lower that leg with control, use your arm to help, and then you can let go of the band, we won't need it again. Soles of the feet come together, passive inner thigh. Reach around, use your hands on the outsides of the legs, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, press it open. And then hug that left hamstring, maybe even that left shin for a deeper stretch. And then we'll take a little rock side to side. You can play with your right toes with your left hand for a second. And then pull that across, pull the knees apart. Arms out into a T, knees come to the left and in, and maybe they drop all the way. We'll uncross, come back to center. Left ankle crosses the right thigh, press open. Thread your needle or go across that shin for deeper. Little rock side to side. Maybe you even play with that left foot with your right hand. And then pull it across. Separate the knees with your hands. Arms out into a T. Knees come up and over to the right. Stay there or go all the way over into a twist. And then however safely you want to get there, come over onto your hands and knees. Arms out front, we'll undulate forward in your turkey and roll back in your cat. Hands back. Find a neutral spine, tuck your toes, lift your knees, 3, 2, 1. And then wide stance, you can pedal out those heels, hands on your thighs, cat and cow. Big deep breath in, we have curtsies, both ways. Thank you.